Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everyone today? Welcome. It is your girl, your co-host Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. How's everybody doing today? Welcome for all those who are online on Instagram, TikTok, Restream Live, YouTube Live. Welcome again. Today is Thursday. Woo! We are in the month of August, the month of grace, the month of protection, the month of new beginnings. Wow, we just got out of the month of July. So much has happened in the month of July, and I am just happy that we are in the month of August. I'm happy to see you guys. I'm happy that you're here. I'm joyful that you're here. So go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe and share with family members. Text it to someone, whoever it may be. But get ready, get ready. Give me thumbs up to let me know that you hear me. Shoot out some love and so much more. But before I get into today's topic, I just want to give y'all a little bit of updates. What has been occurring actually for those who, for all of us who mourn the loss of our sister, Sonia Massey. There's been more information on her details. There's been a couple of more articles. If you guys haven't had a chance to go look at that, please do so. There were still some more updates following that. One was pertaining to the daughter, because she did a live conference with you know who, for all of us that knows, with Al Sharpton, if you guys haven't had a chance to watch that. And then we also had an article that was pertaining to Sonia Massey's mother, who also put out her information pertaining to that. She had put out a 911 call the day before the incident occurred. She was concerned about for her mental state. So there's a lot of conflicting information that's still coming out. And my prayer is that none of it will cause any issues with the case. It still doesn't matter. This officer was still at the wrong. However, that information there is still definitely, conflicting. So still, let's keep the family lifted up in prayer. Let's keep our daughter lifted up in prayer. Like I said, if you guys haven't had a chance, she did a live conference with Al Sharpner and all of them that were out there. And you will see definitely what was said. She was unaware of a lot of things. She spoke her piece on what she wanted to say, guys. I'm glad she did. With that being said, and as I would have had thought, we need justice. No more kumbaya and no more any of that. We need justice. We have too many bloodsheds that has been occurring with loved ones, especially in, a community, especially in the Black community. We're not trying to always make it about race. Welcome, welcome. I see you, love. Hello, hello. Faith T, I see you. So with that being said, definitely let's shoot out some love. Let's educate our children on things that are like this and so much more. Also, I know you guys been hearing some more, news pertaining to the politicking with the debates with Trump and Kamala Harris and all the other other information that's been put out there. I don't try to get on the whole politicking too much because a lot of people have their opinions, but there's a difference from opinions and facts. And facts, majority of the time, is the truth. And people's past tend to come back around the corner, and it goes to show what's really going on out here and why it's important you be careful who you vote for. You hear a lot of people say there's a lesser of two evils, yet still, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Be careful. Use your discernment. Don't get caught up in that hurrah mess. Oh, I'm going for Kamala Harris because she's for women's and all this, or she's Black and blah, blah, blah. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff that's scoping up under the sheets. That's why they always say you never know what people have in their skeleton, in their closet, the skeletons that they have. So that goes for all of us. But needless to say, let's continue to be on the lookout, be mindful, use your discernment. Don't go by your fleshly ways, and all will be well. So let's continue to keep the nation lifted up in prayer and so much more. But with that being said, also, for those who are unaware of it, if you're in the DMV area in the state of Virginia, they are now putting policies in effect for the kids in the public schools about cell phones, locking those cell phones down, which they needed. Some parents and guardians may beg to differ, but I believe that the majority of these schools need to put a restriction on cell phones for the kids at a certain particular age, especially even if it's in any of the grade levels, due to the fact that we have a lot of, children now who just take it a little too far. I know that some of you guys may say, hey, well, but what about the teachers? All of it, all of it. So with that being said, to all the parents, be mindful of reminding your children what's about to occur. Educate them again. Let them know that it comes with consequences and that it not just affects them, it affects your household too. So what they do outside migrates in the inside. So with that being said, our topic on today, which I'm very excited about. This topic is on episode 25, season 2. Woo woo. So we have been still in the making, and I'm excited because we have come a long way. I have come a long way. I am just grateful for the grace and the mercy that has came with me being able to be on this podcast. But our topic on today is going to be dealing with why you should vet your friends. Why you should vet your friends. Okay, why should you vet your friends? Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and send it to your family members, nieces, nephews, whoever it may be. You should vet your friends the same way you vet if you was to looking for a partner or in a relationship. Think about that. And why I say that, it's some people say that's a little tad different. However, we need to vet friends because the times we living in now are totally different than what they were further back. Not saying that you still didn't have any issues, you know, on then, but still you should be mindful to vet your friends. Vetting your friends shows if they are loyal to the cause, if they have compassion. It can be good or it can be bad. It just all depends. That's why it's very important. The same way when it comes to relationship, when you are going out on a date, it's the same way you should do with your friends. And I say that because, again, people are changing. People are changing. Again, for those who don't know who I am, I'm your girl, your co-host, your birthing doula, your inspirational healer, your herbalist, and so much more, Cynthia J. Welcome to the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. But yes, we do not realize how important it is now because, again, people change. Sometimes we get excited when we meet new friends. And I'm going to tell you something that one of my spiritual sisters always say to me. She said, don't bring no new friends around me too often. And I was just like, why? It's good to mingle around and get to know people and things like that. She said, because sometimes if you have that gift of discernment, that intuition, you will be led to know some people say that's something, or that's shenanigans. Some others would say the Holy Spirit. Just that woman intuition will kick in and let you know that you need to be mindful of the type of friends that you have. So you have to vet them. And why I say this is because it shows loyalty. It will also show disloyalty. It will show if these individual friends that you are vetting are someone that you can count on. It would also show that they have no motives or agendas behind them, because at times there are people, and you guys have heard me say this in my previous podcast in the very beginning when we were talking about the young lady who was at a club and they were celebrating her accomplishments. And you got to see that it had to take a bystander, a complete stranger who did not know about, this young lady, and saw that who she thought were her friends put something in her drink, and they tried to poison her. They tried to take her out. So at times you don't know who is for you and who's against you. You do not know who is for you and who's against you. The same way you vet your friends, the same way you would vet in a relationship, is the same way you would do in a workplace, the same way we do with this whole, politicking issues, all of the above, even in family members. Some of us have family members who we look up to like friends, best friends. It could be cousins. It can be nieces and nephews. It could just be anybody. So with that being said, it's very important that you vet your friends. A lot of times it's not always something bad. Don't always look at it as a bad thing, but there are people who really care about you, who are very protective of you, and their actions will speak louder than words. Again, we hear that saying, their actions will speak louder than words. And why I say that, because when you see what they do with no motives, and you see the compassion and the pure heart that they have, it will show. They don't even have to say anything majority of the time. But I will say this, when you take the time to really pay attention on what goes on around you in your darkest times, you will know who's for you and who's against you in your darkest times. You will know who's there for you when you're struggling, when you're going through. They're not laughing behind your back. They're not just sitting here talking about you just to be talking about you, to carry on a gossip. You know, if they can come to you and say the same thing that they say to you in your face that they were saying in a group, to me, even though it's all about how you say it, it's not about just what you say, but it's how your body language and the vocal cords respond and all of that in the back, how it comes. That is why it's very important just to know who you are around. Is this someone that you can rely on if you need a little bit of lifting, or if there's someone that will actually be there for you during your accomplishments with no strings attached? Those are the type of friends that you have to pay attention. And if they consistent throughout the years, if they're consistent throughout the years, you know, and when they're consistent, that's a blessing. Again, that shows loyalty, if they loyal or if they disloyal. And we are living in a time where people are not as loyal as they used to be. You hear this a lot. I know you guys heard across other podcasts, and they may talk about this, but there are times we need kindly and daily reminders why we should talk about this, why it is important. Because again, people get too comfortable. And you need to have a friend that's not going to just sit there and gear you wrong. You need to have a friend that's not going to bash your relationships, but ask you questions if that person is for you. You know, they just want to see where your mindset is at, you know, where you're going. Because a lot of times we have friends that will quickly say, especially women, I hate to say it is, women, we tend to be a little different at times. Not all women. You heard me say in my previous podcast, females. Okay, I say females and women. You'll be like, well, that's the same thing. Yes, if you're looking at, you know, the gender wise, but again, I call them females because they still got a lot of growing to do, a lot of molding, because they haven't came out of their foolishness, their childish ways, and haven't elevated themselves. But women, real women, will hold you accountable when it comes to certain people that they will vet themselves. So if you have someone, let's say, you know, we tend to have groups, right? Sometimes it tend to be more than one person. That's why they always say you don't tell your business to everyone, which is very important. It's always someone that you know in your circle, who you know where they are at, how you should position them, and why you should position them. That goes for men as well. It doesn't matter who it is, but it's very important that you pay attention to that. And also, when you dealing with, you know, a friend on the good side, that friend will be there until your time or their time is up on this earth, until they come back again. That friend will let you know about certain things that are going on. That friend will be a listening ear. Okay, well, Cynthia, you keep talking about this all the time. Why? It's consistent. It needs to be talked about. That friend will be like your twin flame. How many of you ever heard of twin flames? It's not just, you know, something that's just within yourself. But that twin flame is like that yin and that yang. That twin flame is like the yin and the yang. How many of you guys actually, you know, experience that? Because I know I have, and I'm continuing to see the yin and the yang. And why it is important to have somebody that's your yin and that's your yang. That's why it's just not someone, you know, you're dating romantically, but it's also why we say vet your friends, because they are you, the yin and the yang. There's balance. Balance is very important. Balance is necessary. Balance keep you going. Balance encourages you. Balance pushes you. Balance strengthens you. So when you have those balance during the time that, you know, you realize and recap over everything you have been through in your life with vetting your friends, you actually sit back and you reanalyze all of that in your mind, everything replays. You think back and you be like, dang, I remember when this person did this and they did that. They was really there for me. Or I remember I was always there for that person, but then they were there for me. I thought they were, but then I started to see how they was maneuvering in this direction. Why did I give so many chances? Why did I allow that to happen? Why did I keep, going through the same thing over and over and over and over again? It's like being in a relationship. Like you guys, I know you heard about the talk of those who know about it, breaking news now, Cardi B and Offset. That is, like I said, it's like marriage. It's just like relationship. You have to vet the person you are with, if it's long time or not. Again, welcome for those who are chiming in. I'm your girl, your co-host Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. We on today's topic on episode 25, why you should vet your friends. But yes, this is one of the reasons why it's so important to pay attention on a lot of the things that go on in our relationships, who we around, why we should be around them. It's just necessary. It's very necessary. It's very vital to you and I. We will be fools if we continue to go down the same road and not learn from the lessons, not learn from the mistakes. You know how many of us never learn from the mistakes and continue to go down the road? Like, okay, like I mentioned, Cardi B and Offset, right? Everybody know that they filed for divorce. And everybody noticed now, for those who are unaware, Cardi B is pregnant. So I don't know all the logistics, if it's by him or not. I don't know, because again, y'all seen where them two have turned around and got started dating someone else outside. But again, it goes to why it's so important. You need to vet. You shouldn't just jump into something so quickly or decide to say, hey, I love this group, I'm going to go kumbaya with them. You don't know. Don't get that comfortable. Like I tell my daughter all the time, be careful who you're around. Like I said to her, I said, you're getting ready to start middle school. You're going to want to make a lot of friends. And it's going to be so excited because now you're like, okay, I'm about to hit my preteen stage. We going here. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I'm getting my locker. Yada, yada, yada. I'm going to have a combination. And like I said, something I said today, don't share your combination with no one. And they shouldn't share their combination with you. Because there should be some type of boundary there to build your relationship. And why I say that, because we get too comfortable in thinking that, okay, that person is there for me. Okay, this person's going to do this for me. And then the next thing you know, you get slapped in the back of the head because you didn't take the time, or I didn't take the time to pay attention to who my friends are. If they consistent, even if their word is bond. Back in the day, people's word was very valuable. Their word was very valuable right along with their actions. And you don't see that anymore. So now people get up here, it's all about, oh, my friend such and such. And then next thing you know, they're telling a friend what their name is on social media. They're blasting you all on social media. And you're like, dang, this is what we do. Just like I sit back, and this is no offense to couples. Again, this is your girl, your co-host Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. I see individuals or couples, they put their business on social media. And that is some things that you should not do. Again, you may be like, well, that's for you to say. If I want to put it up there, that's my business. I highly recommend, and you're right, it is your business. Yet I highly recommend that you don't do something like that. Because what you put out there, you know how people, when we say manifest, you put things out there, you open yourself out there, and the next thing you know, you're wondering why stuff is backfiring on you. Because you prematurely did not vet your friend, your romantic friend, nor your friends. Because you prematurely put yourself out there, and now you're wondering why you continuously keep going through the same thing over and over and over again. Have I been through that before? I have. I will be sitting up here telling a story if I have not. I have been through that. That's why, in this walk, in this journey that I am on, when I meet people, I always get to know people. It's nothing wrong with asking questions. I always tell my daughter, our daughter, it's nothing wrong with asking questions. Or youth or anyone, it's nothing wrong with asking questions. No question is dumb. We've heard that saying all the time. No question is dumb. Sometimes you ask a question and all of a sudden you never thought, when you thought the question in your head, right? That when you go to ask it, all of a sudden you say, never mind, because you were led by the great divine that, oh, snap, I answered my own question. Yes. The revelation came to you. You didn't sit back looking foolish. So that is one of the reasons why it's very important to vet your friends. The same way we vet in the workplace. The same way we vet, wherever we go when we're meeting in new groups and things like that. Always vet your friends. And stay consistent and always watching. When people show you who they are exactly who they are. When people show you who they are exactly who they are. Believe it. Especially if it happens more than one time. So if it happens more than one time, that goes to show right there why it's important that you should vet your friends. That goes to show right there why it's important that you have to always consistently pay attention to everything that you do. Seriously. For those who on TikTok, again, I do apologize for those who on TikTok. Every time when I get on here, on live on TikTok, it seems like the enemy just want to stop. But for those who on TikTok, forgive your sister. The enemy be trying to stop the truth. But we going to continue to be with the truth, nothing but the truth. So help us, Most High. So for you, first timers wanting to get to know me, I'm your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. But yes, again, that is one of the reasons why it's very important to vet your friends. Vet them. Necessary. Need to. And don't get comfortable all the time. We do make mistakes. People do make mistakes. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, get on them here and there. Again, still vet your friends. And vet yourself. Because your biggest friend is you. Your biggest friend is you. Vet yourself. When you learn to vet yourself and put yourself in check, so many other things will change. Like, seriously. So many other things will change. That is why it's so important to be around people who you can relate to things, that they also not only will encourage you. I was talking to a young lady and she was telling me how long her and her friend were friends. Like she called them sister friends. Sister friends. And I love that, sister friends. And so I was like, okay, well, sister friend. And she was saying, this person was there for me when I was sick in the hospital, when I was about to lose my life. I questioned this person. And I'm going by what she said now. She questioned this person. She used to say, I didn't think this person was any good. I thought this person had a motive, an agenda. And I told her, I said, well, everyone has a motive. Everyone has an agenda. But the question is it for good or is it for evil? Think about it. Everybody has a motive and agenda. So now the question will be, once you sit back and you observe and you analyze everything, you realize that, okay, this person was really here for me. This person really grind with me. Same thing with family. You know which family members are really there for you and who are not. Because there are some family members that are not there for you. Like, shout out to my sister-in-law. She always there. She always share her love. Shout out to you, sis. I thank you for always supporting. I thank all those who always support me. my family, like my daughter, my husband, they are my backbone, my biggest supporters. They pushed me. And that's why it's very important that we encourage each other. Be around people that will actually encourage you and let you know and hold you accountable. Because with all this going on right now, with all this foolery, like seriously, it's just too much going on. Too much. For what? Why? Why should we always continue to go through the foolery? For real, for real. With craziness that people do. Why? It's unnecessary. So with that being said, I always tell people to make sure that they always be careful of who they're around, why they're around you, why it's necessary that you be around people who will nourish you, help you grow, will love you pure heartedly. They just won't say things just to be saying it. Even if they've done things that will hurt you, and it's not intentionally, it's out of anger. If they can turn around and apologize, that's a good friend. Because majority of the time, people don't like to do that. They don't like to hold themselves accountable. And a good friend holds themselves accountable. A good friend will come to you and keep it real. And I mean truthfully real. Not that camouflage real, not that say I'm real and then turn around and you be looking at them like, I thought you said you was real. What's going on with you now? What's going on? But yes, those type of friends that keep it real and 100% purely real with you. They don't sugarcoat nothing or anything like that. And it's coming from a loving place. A loving place. So I say to you guys, always remember to be around those that you would take the time to vet. Take the time to pay attention to. Take the time to build the relationship with. Don't be so quick to say somebody, oh, that's my sister, that my friend, I know them long time. It don't matter how long you know them. It's going to come a time where you're going to have to actually sit back, analyze, and assess the situation, because you can know them for 2 years and don't mean nothing. That was like I was reading an article, and why I say this article I read after last week's podcast was pertaining to a young woman, and I believe I said this actually. Matter of fact, I believe I said it on the podcast. But this was a woman who ended up friending someone that she had met, known him for 2 years, was already married before she was. They prayed together, they laughed together, thinking that they support each other. And when she got married, she noticed some things was a little off. She thought some of the stuff that every time she would come to that friend, again, she thought that was a friend because they were always there. They would do a couple things together, etc., etc. Well, guess what? This woman, after she conceived and she thought that this person was a friend and she made her godmother, that this woman was speaking evil on her the whole time. Some people that's in your circle will be speaking evil on you and you don't even realize it. Will be doing evil things. That be plotting and planning against you. They'll make it seem like, oh, this was so great and this was that and yada, yada, yada. But they be plotting and planning against you and you don't even see it that way. Or we don't. How I know? Been there too. Been there. That's why I'm consistently always being watchful. For those who are highly spiritual, or those who are, believers in God, or the Holy Bible or whatever, you hear where they say, always watch and pray. Or know the Spirit by the Spirit. Get that all the time. Know the Spirit by the Spirit. Very important. Very important. And so I say to you, while I'm up here typing, guys, be careful who your friends are. Be careful who your friends are. Because again, they're going to go around here Peace and love, sis. I see you. Long time. They're going to go around here and make it seem like they got your back. I can tell you my personal experience. Just as much as you vet your friends, vet your family members too. I had a personal experience with a family member. I was already warned about something. And in the process of it, I said, okay, maybe they just did that to that person because this was someone that was very close. This is someone, when I talk about this person, other person was blood related to both of us, younger than both of us. That's how close. I won't go into too much detail. However, when we went traveling and I invited another friend, I realized, even though aftermath, that they couldn't be around each other. She showed me something that I was shocked about. That I was very, very shocked about. And I was like, what is wrong with this girl? Like, what is she doing? Why is she tripping like this? And so with that being said, I was like, yeah, I can't be around it. And not even just that, I made the mistake even having this person around my child. So with that being said, I had to really, really be careful. I love this person, but then I realized, I said, this person really didn't have my best interest. Now, when we go to family functions, okay, I hug, I love. What I didn't and what I don't like is we're going to have sleepovers, we're going to do this, da, 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 da. Don't do that. You should caught the hint. And as much as I tell my baby girl, I say, look, I love my family. I love this person. However, I have to keep it where it's at. I have to protect you. You are my seed. You are my legacy. I have to protect you. And as a mom, we have to do our due diligence. The same way how our moms protected us. Because if not, this person is grooming you. This person is grooming you in so many other ways. It doesn't matter if they're young or if they're older. Because there are some older ones who's grooming kids to go the wrong way. And their destiny is their identity. And if their identity is being groomed wrongly, then guess what? They're going to go down a road that none of us would have ever expected. None of us would ever encountered. Nothing. We'll be shocked. I know I would be. I would be shocked. So with that being said, be mindful of who your children or you are around. Remind your children, vet your friends. Vet your friends. Remind yourself, vet your friends. But remind yourself to don't jump to conclusions so fast if you assume that they're doing something wrong. Sit back, observe, be watchful, prayerful. Always ask for protection and covering because you never know who your friends are. Most of the time, you don't know that your friend is an earth angel in disguise on this planet to be your protector. You never know. That's why it's very important to vet your friends. So with that being said, guys, share this with someone. Take the time for them to hear this. Share it with your children. Because trust me, again, our children are living in dangerous time just as much as we are. And with all that's going on in schools are about to start again this month, and some schools might start at the end of the month, remind them every day. They'll get tired of hearing it. They'll look at you and say, I know. Mm-mm. Vet your friends. Tell them that. Vet your friends. Remind them. Vet your friends. Until it turns into a song. Tell them. Vet your friends. They'll get sick and tired of hearing it. But that's all right. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold y'all long tonight. I thank you guys for always supporting your girl, your co-host Cynthia J. While this is on my mind, make sure you guys tune in on a live performance with my amazing sister, Minister Carolina, with her new album. And I will be back up for her on her live performance. And I will also be singing some of my songs as well. This month, August 23rd at 6 p.m. is going to be live. I will be putting it back out there on my platforms again. Make sure y'all catch it. It will be on their podcast live as well. I would try my best to see if I can get mine's shout out there so you guys can see it as well. I'm excited. It's about to shake some grounds. I'm telling y'all guys, I already know it's going to shake some grounds. I'm excited about it. I just can't wait because I already see what God and how the ancestors has allowed themselves to manifest in the awakening of all of this. So you guys make sure y'all continue to stream and follow your girl. For those who are unaware, you can follow me at Cynthia J22 on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram at CynthiaJ.gospel. You can follow me on TikTok at The Real Cynthia J. You can follow me on Facebook, Cynthia J. You can follow me there. Don't be ashamed to follow, subscribe, share with family members. Allow them, your girl got music on the platform. Allow it to encourage. I get a lot of young youth tell me they love my first album, Stretch Your Faith. It encourages them. It gives them the push. I've heard so many good, amazing things, how as it encouraged them in college when they were having, hard times, trouble times in their lessons, their personal lives, mentally, physically, and spiritually. That was my first album. Many songs on there I'm excited about. I have seen myself grow. All my songs come from a place where I had to endure, yet be an inspiration to you and myself and others. So do not be ashamed. Again, I am grateful. I've been told my other song before this last one, for you guys that don't know, I came out with this last song, I Put My Trust in You, which came out on my brother's birthday. Shout out to my brother who ascended in the spiritual realm with the divine ancestors, Eric Jones Jr. He ascended last year in November. This year will be a year. It's still a struggle sometimes, guys. I thank y'all for y'all prayers. Your prayers have really pushed me. I thank God for being able to praise. I thank God for my community circle in and out and showing me who was there for me. I'm telling you, like, I've been in so many dimensions and hit from so many ways and angles. Some people, it's just like they looking at me like, I don't know how you doing it. They like, you look great. Please tell me, what are you doing? And I just look at them and I said, everything I go through is for His glory. That's why in my song it said, I've been pressed but not crushed, persecuted, not abandoned, struck down, not destroyed, because the Lord has been on my side, no matter what life may bring. For the name of the Lord is my stronghold and my strong tower. That reminds me that every time within me, I remind myself of the divine that lives in me, which makes me and increases me to places that I never thought I would ever overcome. So for those who have gone through that mourning of loved ones, I'm gonna tell you, you're not going to get over it easily. Doesn't happen overnight. You have to have a praising spirit for some people, especially for moms who lost their children. To the moms out there, I love you. Just know that whatever your child went through and what you're going through, always remember, do what you do to save another soul. Do what you do to save another soul. If it means, even if you're being called to be a healer to other moms who have lost their children, or for a sister or brother who lost a sister or brother loved one, be a healing for somebody, because you never know. I never knew the cost of the oil until now it happened to me. And they say, chosen ones, my star seeds, they say that your endurance of struggle is very heavy. We go through a lot of arrows targeting us. We hit a lot of walls. We are always in war all the time. Peace and love, beautiful. And with that being said, we never know what another person is going through. So be a testimony for someone else. Be a testimony for yourself. and be a testimony for the whole world to see. And it's necessary. Don't do it with no agenda, but to just do it for the fulfillment of your calling and what you're destined to do, because that's where it's at. So, with all that being said, I thank you guys for joining in and chiming in. Keep a lookout for this month and some more other amazing things that will be coming this way. After next week, your girl will be traveling, so I may not be on here on that Thursday for a podcast. So you might see some replays. It's still in the making, whatever the divine leads me to do. But always keep me lifted up in your prayers. Keep me on your heart as I do the same thing. I love you guys. I think y'all supporting me. If you would like to know any information, again, you can find my information on my bio. You will see in there. I have, again, your sister is a birthing doula. For those who see behind me, if you can see, Healing Hearts Tailor Made Doula with me and my sister. We are doulas. We love it. We enjoy it. We are doulas in the DMV area. For those who don't know what DMV stand for, that is Washington, D.C., Maryland, and the big VA. So if you're out here and you know someone who's looking for a birthing doula or can't afford it, because, people think birthing doula is just like a midwife. It's next to a midwife, but yet, a majority of the time, some cases, some insurances don't like to cover them. They're trying to make them so licensed now. That's the kind of government we live in. They be trying to force your hand. But if you find out the history behind that in midwives, they were just natural community moms. Some who knew the earthly herbs, the earthly techniques and maneuvers, how to birth children and what to do, and to be servitudes to those who needed some companionship and encouragement as they were delivering their star seeds in the making in this earthly plane. So again, thank you guys for chiming in on your girl Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Again, keep a lookout for more information. Don't be shy. Don't be ashamed to look out. I love you guys. Peace and love and blessings. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share with some family members. Again, love you guys. Peace and love. Bye. To our Restream fam, keep on staying on here for my YouTube family. I'm about to show you guys some up advertisements. Keep in mind, for anyone that's looking for a job and you are in the DMV area or you're near Alexandria area, check out Health and Joy. Health and Joy, an amazing nonprofit organization stationed right out in Alexandria, Virginia. They are expanding. This is one of my spiritual brothers who I'm very proud of. Shout out to Hodge. I'm so proud of you. For you guys who are wondering what that is, Health and Joy, again, it's a nonprofit organization helping those with mental intellectual disability and so much more. It doesn't matter what it is, but if you're looking for part-time or full-time, look up on the website Health and Joy. So guys, again, if you are looking, look up on the website for Health and Joy. Health and Joy. So don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. We all are going through some tough times and we all are in need of a job. This will help you if you're an entrepreneur, if you decide to want to do some entrepreneurship to get it started, because, financially, we all are going through something here, and it's necessary to have these types of jobs. Your girl is up here trying to pull up her site to give you some more information on that so I can lock this into you. Let me go ahead and look this up for you guys so I can give you their telephone number. I hadn't had a chance to do that today. Your girl was busy today. But if you are looking, they are open in the morning at 8 a.m. and they close at 8 p.m. But if you're knowing their offices might be closed a little earlier than that. But you definitely can contact them at 703-785-4296. 703-785-4296. Health and Joy Services, LLC. Again, this is Health and Joy. It is a developmental disability administration home and a community base. They do Medicaid waiver and all of that good stuff. They have many services. So make sure you check them out, guys. Just to give you a little bit more, they are based out at clinical service with the purpose to establish a legacy within the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Northern Virginia area. Our main goal is to meet the needs and impact the lives of people and their family through quality customer service. I love that. They also focus on providing nutrition evaluation, consultation services on wide varieties of issues, and they also promote improvement of health and increase the person's ability to manage their own diet. That's amazing. And effective manners, including their menu development, shopping, food preparation, food storage, food preparation and procedures, and based on physician's order. Their compassion, their service provide non-medical assistance supervision to support a person's goal, desires, and needs, to identify their personal individual support plan, which is ISPs, and it reflects in his or her person's centered thinking, discovery tools. Goals may be related to the person's safety, promotion of independence, community, and integrity, and retirement. They have much more to offer. So you guys go ahead and check out Health and Joy Services in the DMV area. If you have any loved ones that really need some support, they are definitely there for you. They help. Doesn't matter the age that the child is. They are very great in what they do. I'm excited. So make sure you share that information. Okay? Also, for those who are unaware, you know your girl is a psalmist. I also have CMOS. So for those who are looking for CMOS, for those who are unaware of CMOS is also known as Irish moss. CMOS is also known as Irish moss. Without the bladderwrack, it has over 92 minerals. Many minerals that help your potassium, your zinc, your copper, your vitamin D, vitamin D3, K2, magnesium, your iron. This is not iron from a rock. This is natural iron that digests very well. And it also helps with all other minerals that we lack in our body daily. I definitely recommend that if you do get it, come get it from your girl. Don't be ashamed to look for me. You can contact me definitely at 571-327-3299. I'm excited. I am your herbalist, your psalmist, your inspirational healer, and so much more, Cynthia J. I thank you guys again for checking me out on Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable. So stay tuned for more updates and other interesting things that are out here in the world. Peace and love to you guys. I love you. Later.
If your knowledge were your wealth, then it would